I have a couple pork chops here. They're nice and thick. They're the rib chop. That's my favorite pork chops to buy. I buy practically nothing else but these most of the time. I'm drying them off because otherwise they're a little bit slippery. And I'm going to cut these and open them up. And I don't want them to slip and slide around with me. I'm going to go ahead and open them up all the way. Like that. All the way to the bone. And open them up. I'm going to pound them just a little bit. I think I'm going to take the fat there, kind of cut it in a couple places too. Like that. What is that? Part of the packaging, I guess. Just barely cut it. And pound these out a bit. So pounding these out, you want to make sure you get very close to the bone. And this one is pounded, this one's not. And see how this one's just a little bit bigger? You know, it's not a lot bigger, but it's a little bigger. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. Next, I have some Fontina cheese here. I'm going to add some parmesan to it. And I think Asiago cheese would be very nice as well with some parmesan. Just put all that in there. Mix that together. I'm going to open these up and put some cheese in there. And yes, some of the cheese will ooze out and some of it will stay in there. Now I was thinking, and just cheese, well, I thought, well, I'm going to add some breadcrumbs in there. In just a second, I'll show you the kind of breadcrumbs these are. Not very many, just a little bit. These, believe it or not, is this kind of breadcrumb. Panko, Italian style seasoned. And I tell you, great value. You know that's from. These taste like, the breadcrumbs taste so much like garlic, it's unbelievable. And a good garlic flavor. So we're going to close this up. We're going to use toothpicks to try and keep everything inside. Probably 3 toothpicks. And if you didn't cut them even and one side's bigger, just leave it on the bottom, because this one, well, I guess they're about even, but leave it on the bottom, fill it, put the smaller top on, and then go for it with the toothpicks. Then I'm going to lightly, very lightly salt them. Then they will go into flour. And I want to really get some flour on these. So I'm going to do the other one just the same way. Here's my pan. It's not really hot. I just turned the heat on a couple minutes ago. Some olive oil and a little bit of butter. I know that's quite a bit. Maybe I'll take out some of the butter. I'm going to put these into the pan that's still really cold. Right like that. We're going to start them cooking. It took a couple minutes for the oil to start bubbling, and it's been about 5 minutes since then, so 7 minutes. Flip them over. Oh yes, 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 yes. Very golden brown. That's what I wanted to see. This one not as much. That's okay. I'm going to add in some tomato paste. That's about at least 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add in some garlic. That's 2 good size garlic that I just sliced. I think I'll put this over there with it. We're going to make a gravy for this. So I'm just going to let that cook a minute or two, and we'll be right back. It's cooked about a minute and a half here. I tried to get the garlic really in with... And there goes my oven. My oven's ready. I have it preheated to 400 degrees. Now I tried to get the garlic mixed in with the tomato paste so it doesn't burn. So it's been about 2 minutes now it's been cooking. And I went outside and my sage has come back to life. I didn't do anything. It's leftover sage from last year, and it just is going crazy outside. So I think sage would be good in this. Just a few leaves there. Not too much. I'm going to add in some vermouth, or you could use white wine. I would say about 1/2 cup. You want that vermouth to disappear for the most part. I mean, some of it can stay, but not too long. You can't stay too long for the party, vermouth. You gotta disappear. I'll let that cook for another minute. Now I will add chicken broth. I'm going to add about 3/4 cup. And I'm going to put the lid on it. And it's going to go in my 400 degree oven for 25 minutes. 25 minutes, 15 minutes with the lid on, and then after 15 minutes take the lid off. So 25 minutes total though. It's been in the oven for 15 minutes. I'll give it a stir. Some of the cheese will melt into the sauce. Nothing wrong with that. But believe me, there'll be plenty of cheese inside. I'm going to put this back into the oven for another 10 minutes without the lid. 400 degrees. So here it is, out of the oven. What do you think about that? We're going to serve it up here in just a second. We'll take our pork chop, serving with some mashed potatoes and spinach. Put some of the sauce around. Does that not look good? Just a little more sauce. I'm going to let this cool down just a minute. Well, let's really open it. can see the cheese coming out here, especially. Oh, I forgot to take the toothpick out. No wonder I'm having trouble. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. So take your toothpicks out before you serve, and you'll have a wonderful meal. That is delicious. Very delicious. Thank you so much for watching.